Hello and welcome to the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Northeast. I am Bukola Koka, and we'll start off straight away with good news. The Minister of Health has received a donation of 500 million naira from the Borno state government as part of its contribution to ameliorate the loss in the health institution. And this comes in the wake of floods that destroyed facilities in the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital. The minister received the donation after inspecting some of the affected facilities in the hospital alongside the Borno state governor. About 11 farmers have been killed by Boko Haram terrorists in border communities around the Madara mountains in Gwaza local government area of Borno state within the past 7 days. At least 15 others have been kidnapped, while some have sustained injuries from attacks by the terrorists. Confirming the attacks, Senator Ali Undume says the terrorists also burnt 2 military vehicles in an ambush along the Kirawa border community.
Goshe is a resettled community located in the Madara mountains near the Nigeria-Cameroon border. The community has a military base that provides security. Kirawa is another border community in Gwaza local government area with troops from the multinational Joint Task Force stationed there. Days after the Goshe attack, Boko Haram struck again in Kirawa, ambushing a multinational Joint Task Force reinforcement team. 2 military vehicles were destroyed by an IED planted by the terrorists. Senator Ali Ndume visited Goshe and Kirawa to offer condolences and spoke to Channels TV.
I must commend the Nigerian Army particularly and the other security agencies operating or deployed there. Because when the incident happened, that is the killing of the 8 people, I spoke with the Chief of Defense Staff, who I know very well, and he promptly responded and promised me that additional forces will be sent so that at least a task force will be sent to reinforce the ones we have on ground to enable farmers harvest their crops.
After the attacks, Senator Ndume laid the foundation for a new block of classrooms in Kirawa and praised the Nigerian military's bravery in counterinsurgency operations. He, however, emphasized the need for more equipment to strengthen the security in resettled communities along the border. Communities in Gwaza have faced repeated attacks from Boko Haram militants hiding in the Madara mountains and along the border in recent months.
The Taraba state government says it is committed to ensuring advancement in all sectors of the state's economy to boost its internally generated revenue through public, private and community partnerships. The government is insisting that this will enhance medical research and training needed to close the existing gaps created by the challenge of brain drain and will engender a healthier population in Taraba state. The State Commissioner for Health disclosed this at an event to inaugurate a solar-powered morgue birthed through public-private partnership. A hands-on workshop on laboratory equipment is being held at the Federal University Wukari in Taraba State. The training is aimed at providing laboratory scientists, healthcare professionals, researchers and postgraduate students with practical skills and knowledge in the operation, maintenance and troubleshooting of laboratory equipment.
You see that?
Participants from across Nigeria are attending the workshop, which aims to support both federal and state governments in combating brain drain and improving the reliability of data in disease control. The workshop focuses on the use of standard operating procedures and research to ensure accuracy and precision in finding solutions. The training covers various fields, including environmental analysis, food safety, and clinical diagnosis, aiming to bridge the knowledge gap in science education.
It has afforded us the opportunity to correlate what we have been learning in the theory, in the classroom, with what is obtainable in the real and practical world. And I believe with this experience, with this exposure, by the time we go to the lab, we'll do better.
It helps us lecturers in the classroom to balance between the theoretical aspect and the practical aspect. And it will give us a very good edge to see that what we are teaching commensurate and helps in the theoretical aspect.
The institution also announced its collaboration with the Standards Organization of Nigeria and NAFDAC to make the university's central laboratory a testing center for diseases within the Northeast and beyond.
We are developing MOU with Standards Organization of Nigeria to have central laboratory as the testing center for the entire northeast of Nigeria and even beyond. We are also working with NAFDAC to also develop MOU with them to see how we can collaborate into running analysis. So far, so good. God has been helping us. The lab is furnished with power. We have no excuse of power not to perform in this laboratory.
The university faces challenges relating to insecurity, as over 90% of its staff and students live off campus. This issue has become more concerning following the recent kidnapping and release of some students. The institution is urging the federal and state governments to support research and development by providing advanced equipment for DNA testing, sequencing, and sample analysis.
When you are talking about DNA sequencing, etc., I think a lot of training has been done in that area. Okay, that's to tell you that in no distant time, though we are not praying for any form of epidemic or whatsoever sort, but I want to assure you, what was done in other labs with respect to COVID-19, I want to believe that it can be done in Federal University Okari because we have some of those equipment.
The institution is also seeking assistance from the Northeast Development Commission to provide cold chain facilities to improve healthcare delivery in the region and beyond. And more from the Northeast. Governor Inuwa Yahaya of Gombe State has described the state as the gully erosion capital of the Northeast with 214 active sites. He stated this when the House of Representatives Committee on Ecological Funds paid him a courtesy visit after visiting several sites across the state. The governor explains that his administration has been reversing the negative trends of gullies with great success through planting of 1 million trees in all the local government areas of the state every year since coming into power in 2019.
The House of Representatives Committee on Ecological Fund is conducting an on-the-spot inspection of areas affected by over 214 giant gullies in Gombe State. The committee has expressed interest in adopting Governor Inuwa Yahaya's gully erosion control model as a prototype for other states in Nigeria. Commending Gombe State's efforts in addressing gully erosion, Chairman of the House Committee on Ecological Fund, Aminu Jaji, said the visit aims to assess the impact of gully erosion and other environmental issues and to direct the appropriate resources, policies and programs towards managing them.
We are very glad that we have seen the Gombe State has already demonstrated capacity in order to address the issue of erosion, and our own is to make sure we have done the needful to ensure that all the major challenges, either erosion or ecological challenges, and in fact so many other issues that are related to this climate and ecological problem will be addressed. We have seen so many places. We have seen the way the government and then the government of Gombe State are so committed in addressing the issues. But we know very well that most of the challenges, the resources they have before them are graciously inadequate. And that is why we are here and to see for ourselves.
An engineering expert believes the committee's visit will enhance the progress made by Governor Inuwa Yahaya in environmental management.
This will have a significant importance on the national level because the members of the House of Committee from Reps are coming all the way to Gombe State on a day visit to inspect the erosion control projects executed by the Gombe State government and the ongoing ones and those that they are, let me say, that are in the pipeline. So it has a huge significance as the efforts done by the Gombe State government to curtail the menace of gully erosion has been recognized on the national level.
During a courtesy call at the Executive Council Chamber of Gombe State Government House, Governor Inuwa Yahaya highlighted his administration's success in combating gully erosion. He mentioned initiatives like planting 1 million trees annually in all 11 local governments since 2019, proper waste management, and implementing multi-billion naira gully erosion control projects, including the 21-kilometer FCET to railway and GSU gully erosion project.
Our state in particular and our local governments are really facing that big challenge of environment. But we were proactive. Even in the days of our campaign, we made promises to the people that we'll do the needful in order to address issues of environment. And on coming to office, we made sure we formulated a clear agenda based on the mission, so as to deliver on the needs and yearnings of the people.
Governor Yahaya further described Gombe as the gully erosion capital of the Northeast, with 214 active, life-threatening gullies that require urgent attention and resources.
Gombe State has been up and doing, especially since I came in as governor from 2019 up to date. Gombe is like the center, so to say, an epicenter of these issues of erosion and land degradation. And considering our geography, located virtually in the midst, a little far away from the center of the north, meaning we are sited in the Guinea and Sahel savanna parts of the country. And as you go further north, what you see may be more than what you saw today.
As the Gombe State government and the House Committee on Ecology continue to collaborate, it is hoped that the adverse effects of gully erosion and other ecological challenges will be minimized.
When we return from this break, we'll tell you about the intervention by the Yobe State government that may have ended water scarcity in Buningiri area of the state. That's coming after this time out. Join us again. Welcome back. The challenges of water scarcity in the ancient city of Buningiri in Yobe State appears to be over, as the administration of Governor Mai Mala Buni has successfully completed the construction of a 50 million litre water treatment plant in the area. The project, which commenced early this year, has the capacity to provide potable drinking water for Buningiri and its environs, which has been battling water scarcity for several decades.
Buningiri is one of the ancient cities in the former Borno Empire, which is battling with water scarcity owing to the increase in population and the effect of climate change. In June 2024, Governor Mai Mala Buni inspected the construction of a water treatment plant in the community as he mandates the contractor to complete the project on time. There is a clear compliance of that mandate by the contractor, as the project, which consists of the main treatment plant, reservoirs, overhead tanks and offices, have been successfully completed and ready for commissioning. The water treatment plant is one of the major projects initiated and completed by the Mai Mala Buni administration that has direct bearing on the lives of the people. The governor also embarked on the conversion of 170 diesel-powered boreholes into solar system to reduce cost and provide long-term solution to water shortage.
The contractor has mobilized to site today. He has started his work here in Sabonfegi. This is GA28, one of our boreholes. And he has mobilized, he has started the work. He has brought all the necessary facilities that will be mounted here. And we hope that he will finish in time. His Excellency wanted this project to be completed within due time.
Damaturu is the state capital. And all in all, within Damaturu, I think we have 6.
We have 5.
We have 5. So 5, maybe within 2 days, all things being equal, the work will be completed. And in terms of security also, we have intimated government on the issue to provide security, as she rightly asked. Solar power boreholes have expensive components.
Yeah.
So we have talked to the government, we have intimated government about the security issues.
Given the completion of the plant, residents are optimistic that the initiatives put in place by the government will reduce the challenges of water scarcity being experienced in the state.
And staying in Yobe State, health experts have faulted the increasing mental health disorder in the country and have ascribed it to economic instability, insecurity, and poverty. The head of Mental Health, Save the Children International and Psychological Support Technical Working Group in Yobe State, Ogenyi Isaac Agbo, disclosed this at the commemoration of the World Mental Health Day in Damaturu, the state capital.
Yobe State officials, partners and health experts have gathered to mark the 2024 World Mental Health Day, focusing on solutions for the rising cases of mental health disorders in the state. They noted that mental health has often been overlooked due to the stigma attached to it, especially in workplaces and public spaces.
We want to see how we can join our voices to advocate for mental health and to push to see that mental health is being prioritized, not just in the workplace, but everywhere that we find ourselves, because mental health have been isolated. People don't talk about mental health because of the stigma that is attached to mental health. But we are here today as partners in Yobe State to see how we can join our voices to support the government, to support other organizations to push mental health to the next level.
Health experts point out to economic instability, insecurity and poverty as major contributors to mental health disorders. The Yobe State government highlights that Governor Mai Malabuni has trained hundreds of personnel to identify and counsel individuals suffering from mental health issues.
Yobe State is not leaving any stone unturned in ensuring that mental health is prioritized, and we are also developing capacity of health workers to be able to identify, some of the subtle cases, you would not know that somebody has mental health issues. So people at the clinical, in the household, in the workplace, to be able to identify and support people with mental health issues. And then when cases are identified, to ensure that they comply to taking their medication and return for follow-up on time. So Yobe State government is doing a lot in the area of mental health.
Yes, the economic meltdown can bring about psychosis as well, because individuals are having less resources. As a result, they don't have enough money to feed themselves. They don't have enough money to pay for children's school fees. There is not enough money to cater for medicine and what have you. And because of this one, the individual will be following with this one. And as a result, this can infect the day-and-day function of the individual, thereby making the individual to break down as well as we have now asked.
Given Yobe's history of devastation from Boko Haram insurgency, the measures put in place are expected to help survivors recover from the mental health disorders.
And we return now to our story from the Taraba State government, where the administration of Agbukefa says it is ensuring advancement in all sectors of the state's economy to boost its internally generated revenue through public-private partnership. And the State Commissioner for Health disclosed this at an event to inaugurate a solar-powered morgue birthed through public-private partnership.
Dignitaries, including former Chief of Army Staff General Theophilus Danjuma, Governor Agbukefa's serving and former members of the National Assembly, State Assembly members and other officials gathered at the Federal Medical Center in Jalingo, the Taraba State capital, to witness the commissioning of a solar-powered morgue donated by General Danjuma. The project, which is part of a public-private partnership, aims to provide professional mortuary services and contribute to the overall improvement of healthcare delivery in Taraba State.
The commissioning is not about the facility Federal Medical Center Jalingo alone, but it represents the provision of a deep, compassionate care to all individuals all over, even in their final moments. The morgue is now a reality due to your support. We can now provide the highest standard of care to our people and respect for those who have passed in a very pleasant and conducive atmosphere. While adhering to best clinical practices for this, we shall remain eternally grateful, sir. Your remarkable philanthropic activities are not restricted to our dear home state alone, but the entire country at large. In that regard, You have touched almost all the sectors of human endeavor, ranging from education, health, agriculture, aviation, and many more too numerous to mention. Destiny shall forever be kind to you, sir, because you've been kind to mankind.
The donor, retired General Theophilus Danjuma, explains that the partnership was necessary to support the state's development and improve the health sector. However, he expresses concern about Nigeria's poor maintenance culture.
We in Nigeria have a history of not effectively maintaining our equipment. We have a culture of use and throw away equipment that are expected to last a lifetime. We throw it away in 3 or 4 years' time because of lack of maintenance. Government, all our governments, especially federal government, is not exempt in inefficiency.
Governor Abu Kefas, although physically present, was represented during his speech. He reaffirms his administration's commitment to transforming the state's health sector and advancing other areas of the economy to ensure effective healthcare delivery.
With the provision of this modern equipment and essential services, this facility will serve as a vital support to the Federal Medical Center, ensuring professional mortuary services and contributing to the overall improvement of healthcare delivery in our dear state. On behalf of the entire health sector of Taraba State, I express my profound gratitude to General T.Y. Danjuma for this steadfast support and investment in our people. Your contributions have set a standard for others to follow, and we are truly blessed to have you as a champion of the healthcare development in our state.
The state government believes that with more public-private partnerships and strict adherence to standards, Taraba State can become a destination for medical tourism.
And in Yola, Adamawa State, the federal government has directed contractors handling the Yola-Gombe Road to create a diversion for commuters to enable the resumption of traffic flow in the area. The Minister of Works, Mr. Dave Umahi, gave the directive while inspecting the state of work on the road. The minister adds that President Bola Tinubu has given a directive for the restoration of traffic flow in the area.
The stretch of stranded vehicles is over 5 kilometers long, and they have been here for days. Travelers plying the road which links Gombe and Adamawa states have to carry their goods on their heads, wading through the water, and in some cases, they pay for special service. The concern here is the ongoing repair on the road, which was washed away by flood.
The road was not accessible for everyone to pass due to the rainfall and how it scattered the road. Unfortunately, people are stranded, staying here without anything to offer. The call is for leaders. They should come to our aid in this exactly post.
The Minister of Works, Mr. Dave Umahi, arrives Yola, the capital of Adamawa State, to inspect the damaged portion of the Gombe-Yola road. Officials of the federal and state government briefed the minister of the extent of the damage.
It has hampered, commuters moving back and forth as the temporary washout has been cut completely. It has hampered socio-economic activities temporarily, but this is expected. But we hope that in the near future, there will be access moving back and forth once again.
The damage is a washout of the diversion. Many people are saying it's a bridge collapse. There is no bridge collapse here. It's just an existing bridge that we are trying to replace with a bigger one. And the diversion we created for vehicles to be passing, what are now washed away.
The Minister of Works then gives directives on the short-term measures to to provide some relief for motorists on the road.
I've seen the reinstatement. We still have to give us one more day. The reinstatement is not going to sustain the traffic that I'm seeing. The reinstatement has to be expanded. That is what is sustainable, and I'm charging the controller of works to report to me every 3 hours.
Beyond linking Adamawa and Gombe states, the road serves as a key connection to Nigeria's northeast region, and the ministry is committing to the completion of the road.
And that's it on the program for today and indeed for the week. Join us again same time next week for another round of editions of the program. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.